Space Truckin'.
Space Truckin'.
Turn the music down.
Yeah.
I always got your knobs. The wrong knobs.
The wrong knobs. I feel like a wrong knob sometimes.
Look at it, we're twinning.
Twinning. Yeah.
We are kind of like twins, like you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm
right. Danny
definitely
DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
You know somebody that we interviewed? She was in a movie with Schwarzenegger's son.
Really?
Yeah, Katrina Kolosides. She was in this. Oh God! If she sees it, she'll kill me for forgetting the name of the movie. But Called to Duty. No, she won't kill me. Called to Duty, and it was with. It was like Air Force stunt people, and that was cool. It was a good movie. I watched it, and it had Arnold Schwarzenegger's son in it, Joseph Bangina.
I didn't know his name, but I've seen him before. He looks just like.
He does look just like. Yeah, he does.
No denying that one.
Nope.
So
no paternity test. Okay.
It's no longer the perk. This is Space Truckin'. This is what we do. But we ended up getting Speedway coffee, and I was all set and ready to make fun of it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly,
I was hoping you would make fun of it.
I was planning on it, but it's not terrible.
Like Speedway is a good coffee when you have to get a coffee outside at 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
Because Speedway is open all night. That is how I figured out the Speedway coffee ain't bad.
Well, I mean, I was gonna load it up with creamers and stuff because I thought it was gonna suck.
Oh yeah.
But this is straight black, dark roast. It's good. My only complaint with Speedway coffee and a few other places is that it's way too friggin' hot.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's why I like to go to Stewart's.
Because
you could drink it right away.
Yep.
This stuff, if I chug this right now,
you're gonna be in the hospital. Right.
So anyway.
Onward to Green Island.
Oh, Green Island.
Green Island is the place
Isle.
to be. The Emerald Isle, yeah.
Art has some great ideas for Green Island that I think he should sit down with the mayor and
he does.
Really
honestly.
Tell her what he's got in store. Like, they need to take advantage of the fact that they are the Green Island, the Emerald Island.
Exactly. And the other thing is, man, like, if you look at Cohoes, Waterford, Green Island, even Watervliet, there's so much that could be made happening in those places.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to see Cohoes, and a lot of this, I think, falls on Matty D.
It's all Matty D's fault.
It's all Matty D's fault. Actually,
the Prince of Cohoes.
It's a reverse fault, because it's actually a good thing because of him, so it's a reverse fault. The reverse fault of Matty D is that Cohoes now has a pretty cool live music, open mic kind of scene.
Oh, yeah.
Never had that before. And I think that's the beginning towards, some...
Remsen Street's popping sometimes.
It is sometimes, yeah. I think they need like a good club that you can bring a... I don't know if they do have a club you can bring a straight up band in. Bi-Eye Brewery's big enough, I think. There's a couple that could have a straight up band, like a rock band.
I'm pretty sure it's been done.
It's probably been done
at a lot of the places. Now, Paulie's Hotel in Albany just closed down.
Yes, it did. That's that sucks.
It does suck.
It does suck. It really does.
Whether you liked the management, because there's a lot of complaints about that going on social media. I had no issues. Whether you didn't like the location, whatever it was.
It's still a club going down.
And it's also the oldest tavern around. And it's a very historical, beautiful place. And they did a lot of work in there, and it does suck. But even if, and they were no longer an advertiser, so we didn't push them or anything. So that's probably why they fell apart.
That is why they fell apart. That's 100% why they fell apart.
So, keep your advertising going or you're going to collapse.
Or else.
Or else. But I guess my point about it is whether you don't even like a place. So like Jillian's.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand the place. Not my scene, right?
Right.
But when they closed down, it's sad for the scene in general. It's sad
it is.
For the city and the city of Albany right now. I mean, Paulie's closed. St. Rose, the college.
Oh my
is
God,
closing down.
I know. That hits me pretty deep because my dad, when I was growing up, my dad was a union steward for janitorial maintenance in St. Rose.
No kidding.
So yeah, man, I got like deep older memories of that, and that sucks that they're closing.
That's where I learned how to swim, St. Rose.
Wow.
My grandmother took me there for swimming lessons.
Yeah, I got into the art program, I didn't get into the program. I mean, that's where Dad was really working for the most part, was in the arts.
I stayed in the dorms at St. Rose quite often. I actually stayed in the dorms pretty much at all the local colleges.
Nice.
So I didn't
Free
attend
rent.
any of them. I even stayed at the dorm at Russell Sage in Troy, which is, believe it or not, an all women's school.
Yeah.
And I had my own meal card.
Nice.
So, it's amazing. Anyway, what I was saying about St. Rose closing down is that they need to do something. Action needs to happen fast.
They gotta have. Well, what they said is what I read, is that there is still going to be academic stuff happening at St. Rose. So the buildings aren't going to be just abandoned.
Okay.
But
because that's like,
the big economic driver, of course, is the students, and they're not going to be there.
right, there's like 8 or 9 blocks worth of college there. Something like that. It's ridiculous. It's own little
crazy,
city.
yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, what's going to happen to... I didn't read the article, but I saw it was like a guy sitting behind a pizza counter, and he's like, what the hell, what are we going to do? I mean,
Right.
they're gone. Our students was their only business. They're going to go out of business. That's,
Albany is a college town, and SUNY students are around there too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
But
But it's still going to take a bite.
But St. Rose is like right there, and if they don't do anything, and if they don't keep things going or whatever, I'm just picturing it could turn into like Mad Max or something.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you know what? It was a big thing, and this was going back, is a lot of the music scene that you might see at No Fun now a lot of it was really in the underground of St. Rose.
I could see that. They had a great music program.
I don't want to say the Birdhouse was part of St. Rose. It wasn't, nothing was part of St. Rose, but like when I started hearing about the Birdhouse and all that other stuff, it was in the context of there was a lot going on in St. Rose then.
Yeah.
So that is a huge loss.
The thing is like, I'm just looking at, Albany right now. Really, you got to do something, man. We got some really cool things kicking in Albany. We still got Fusebox there. We got Empire Underground and Empire Live. There's some stuff going on there, but we keep losing too much.
Yeah, that's that's
and being really... from Albany, it really hurts my soul. So we're driving through Troy right now, and Troy's popping a lot of times. I was walking home because I live across the bridge from a concert at the Troy Music Hall. Ran into Joe Barna. He had something going on, but like all the places were hopping.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Troy is.
And that was not even a weekend.
Troy is crazy, and it's crazy too. Coming from Troy. I lived in Troy for 17 years, so like it was down in deep south Troy, but and back then there wasn't nothing happening in Troy.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Really, it crushes my soul to see Albany hurting so much.
Oh yeah.
Lots of times people blame the government, the local government for issues, and that's possibly a thing.
Yep.
But what I do know, what really kind of hurt a lot was when they pulled a lot of the clubs from downtown, and they were on the news talking about how it was like the Wild Wild West down there. That did not help.
No, it doesn't help. Jeez.
And then when the cabaret laws got all switched up,
that was yeah.
That really messed things up, and it wasn't fair, and there wasn't a lot of logic behind it.
So what, just for our readers and listeners and viewers, explain the cabaret law.
Well, they were shutting places down. Albany was one of those places where everything could be open to 4 o'clock in the morning all the time. and then they rezoned stuff. It didn't make a lot of sense. You know, they were saying people on Lark Street were complaining about noise and stuff. Well, first of all, if you live on that strip of Lark Street, it's not, you move somewhere else, because that's what Lark Street's there for.
Right.
Lark Street is there to have bars and clubs and, you know, music till the morning. That's what it is. You take that away, you kill the soul of the city.
Yeah, right,
Dumbasses.
exactly.
And then it didn't make sense because some of the places were allowed to be open till like 3 a.m. and then other places were within eyes view down the street and they had to close earlier.
Yeah, and that, see, the law wasn't really being applied equally.
No.
Wow.
No, it was kind of
It
wild.
was just like, do we like you? Oh, we do like you, so you can be up till 3 in the morning.
Now, on the flip side of that, like if you go to Boston, everything shuts down at like midnight. That's not how we roll here in New York.
No.
Midnight's like when things used to start.
Dude, there are some places, I'm trying to remember where, that it'll be like, because I do the show detective, so I always have to look for like what time things start and stuff. There'll be things where like it'll start at like 7 or 8 o'clock p.m. to 11:59. So you know, like they're doing that just to nose into midnight.
Mm-hmm. Now myself, in my old age now, I don't like going out to 4 in the morning by any means.
Oh yeah.
I'd much rather be in bed by that time.
Yep.
But yeah, that's how it used to be. I mean, when we used to go out and we had the girls going out with us and stuff, I mean, they were still putting their makeup on at 11:30. When do you put your makeup on?
I put my makeup on, well, because I sleep so early, I make sure. I mean, it's kind of one of those things I do when I first wake up, but then I have second thoughts and I take it off by like, so like by the time I go into the station, I've already put the makeup on and taken it off.
I mean, you look pretty.
This is pretty natural. Yeah, I'm doing pretty natural now.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to put my face up this morning.
Yeah. Dude, what the fuck is? Oh shit.
Oh shit! You can't swear.
Oh, shit, we can't say fuck. No. So what is up with this tiredness, man? You feeling this?
No. Why?
I'm
is this
just
a
worn.
Contagious thing?
I'm just worn. No, it's not. No, it's not a contagious thing. I'm just worn down, man. Like it's not physical fatigue or nothing. It's like brain fatigue. Like I don't.
For sure.
I can't think. Whoa, shit. I can't think of nothing.
I'm always tired.
Yeah, I'm a little.
But today, not really the case. As you know, I woke up earlier than usual.
You did. Actually, you did today.
I fell asleep earlier than usual. And I was watching my own videos on my phone, and I must have fell asleep because my phone was at 0%. So good thing I woke up earlier. I wouldn't have woke up at all because that's my alarm.
Right. Yeah, that's why you woke up earlier. God was looking at
Am I the only one that watches my own videos? Like, I'll watch this later.
Dude, you know what? Well, I don't...
I like to get really stoned.
I don't shoot videos of myself, but when I do, like, create songs or write a really kick-ass short story, bet that I'm going to watch, listen to, and or hear that thing endlessly. I'm just going to keep listening to it. So, yeah, I get you. Like, I mean, I don't look at my face, but I look at everything else yeah.
I've been thinking about making a movie with my wife, but I'm not really sure how you approach that. And
dude,
also,
you got to do that as an action movie. I mean, dude, whether or not your life fits an action movie, you got to make it fit. Because that would be cool to have an action movie about your life, right?
It would. I wasn't really thinking that genre, but that probably would be better. Because the other kind of movies...
I know, you were thinking porn, I know.
Well, I think it'd be fun, you know, because I only fantasize about my wife.
Right.
And, you know, when it's an off night, or it's that time when her friend visits or something like that, you know, I need something to do. Right. The problem with these kind of videos is they always seem to leak.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you want them to or not. So dude,
you're going to end up with the video equivalent of what I had with Shite. Basically, like a whole, 2-hour video about how you're trying to get a nut off.
Right.
And trust me, man, doing one single topic for 2 hours is tough.
Well, I made a video once, many moons ago, It was, well, I don't even think I graduated high school yet.
Yeah.
And I made this video because the girl saw I had a camera in the room and she suggested it.
And back then, dude, it was awesome to have a camera.
Well, yeah, it was on VHS too.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yep.
So I made this video anyway, and I left it. My dad went on vacation is what happened, and I lived with my dad at the time. And I can't believe I'm telling this. It's a good story though.
Good.
So we made this video, but I had an editing suite in my room because I used to work on projects, right?
Okay.
So for whatever reason, I left the video in the VCR in the editing suite, and my dad was looking for a video. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
1994, 95.
College, man. That was when I graduated high school.
Yeah, I was still in.
Okay.
But my dad pushed play, and I come home, and there's a note on the VCR, and it says something to the effect of,
I need to see
I
you."
never want to pop in a video and see your ass going up and down. I was embarrassed.
Yeah, right.
Well, what my
right.
dad didn't know was I found his videos, and when I found his videos, you know, it was like Debbie Does Dallas, you know, all the old,
okay.
you know, 70s
You
stuff.
didn't find any dad specials. then?
Lots of hair. Yeah, no, that was the thing. So I popped in this one movie once, and something looked vaguely familiar. And then I realized it was my dad's bed.
Oh.
And luckily I turned it off before before I was like
irreparably harmed.
forever.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
But I wanted to say to my dad so much after he told me that, like, all right, well, you know, you maybe hide yours better.
See, my dad, we weren't a technical, well, not that we weren't a technical family, but we didn't have video equipment, let's just say. So my dad, you know, he had all the dirty books. Remember those back in the You don't see those no more.
You know,
The written dirty books, like they're dirty. They got some cheesy porn cover, but then they're books.
oh yeah, what an adventure to find.
Dude, I found them when I was 5 years old, and my dad had them in a bottom drawer. Man,
For educational purposes only.
Dude, about what I was about to say. I taught myself how to read with those books.
Shut up.
Dude, I was 5 years old, man. I saw a picture that looked, you know, like curious. I mean, dude, okay, so I maybe knew how to read a little tiny bit, but I really knew how to read after those books. I would say that's how I taught myself to read.
And then you became a certified genius.
And then I became an Apple genius.
Well, that wasn't the end of this story. It gets worse.
All right, go ahead.
So I destroyed the video. I destroyed it. I ripped it up. I destroyed it. Or so I thought.
Oh, no.
So this happened when I was still, before I graduated high school, right? So a couple years later, I was a young father and I'm getting married for the first time. And it is the day before my wedding. And I'm putting my infant son to bed, and I'm going to watch The Matrix, the first one, which I borrowed the VHS from my brother Jeremy.
Best one.
So my fiance, soon-to-be ex-wife, pops in The Matrix. She's getting it ready. She's getting the popcorn popped. I'm in the other room putting the baby to sleep the day before my wedding. I hear, Rob, come here. He's not asleep yet. I'll be out in a moment. Get your ass out here. The thing is in my early 20s, I looked just like I looked like when I was in high school. So that was the video. My brother had it the whole time in his Matrix box. I don't know how he got a copy because I destroyed it.
Did you ever bother? You're talking about the one you made of you.
Yeah.
Dude, did you ever bother to ask him why he had your video?
He pleads the fifth. He doesn't.
He pleads the fifth.
I've had this conversation.
Dude, that is probably like the biggest family conversation that never happened.
Yes.
That really is. Like,
We'll
how do
bring
you
it up
not?
next Thanksgiving.
Yeah, bring it up next Thanksgiving.
But you gotta really see how bad it was that the day before I'm getting married, God said you should not get married to her, and put this video into the movie we were going to watch the night before we got married.
Yeah, some serious divine intervention.
So
that you didn't listen to.
What were the odds of that?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
This video hadn't been around for 4 years.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, man. Oh.
So anyway, it was. So then she storms out of the house, right? I mean, as you probably would. Again, she doesn't know if this was filmed last week. I look the same. So anyway, now I call up my cousin on the phone because I'm upset. Well, my cousin knew about the video because I showed it to him and all of my friends.
Yeah.
Because I was, what's that word? Braggadocious. It was good. There's a reason I have that nickname, Horsey Man. Well, anyway, so I call my cousin up. I'm like, hey, you remember that video? You know, I was talking to, so anyway, he's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, this just happened. Like, I'm getting married tomorrow, and she popped it in, and all of a sudden it's there. But then I decide, well, you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna get married now. And then I start talking shit about like, you know what? I don't even like all these people and stuff that she's friends with and stuff like that. She didn't actually leave. She was listening the whole time.
Oh, wow.
I just made this thing 10 times worse.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So what was the wedding like?
So the wedding, there was a big point of the wedding where I was missing and no one knew where I was. I was so constipated.
Dude,
I was taking a shite for like an hour. When they realized, when I came out of the bathroom, they gave me a standing ovation.
Nice.
That was that. So yeah, things didn't really work out.
Dude, so basically you had a wedding and you gave birth on the same day.
Yes. Now the radio station I was working for at the time paid for the entire wedding. Not the station themselves.
They paid for your dump.
It wasn't the radio station themselves, it was our advertisers.
Your advertisers.
Because my old radio partner said on the air, he said, when are you going to make an honest woman of her? And then all of a sudden, by the end of a 3-4 hour show, the whole thing was paid for. And my constant joke was like, they didn't pay for the divorce.
Right. But they did pay for that dump.
That they paid for.
That they paid for. Dude, when you took that dump, did you think that was basically like foretelling of future, like the fact that you know what I mean? Like that just came up.
I wasn't seeing the signs.
You weren't seeing the signs,
they were all over. I mean, I really felt like I destroyed that video. So there is part of me that thinks God might have tried to intervene and said, hey, this will be really funny. I mean, because God's got a sense of humor.
Hell yeah.
And believe me, it's a funny story now, but it was not.
I can't imagine. Can't imagine it was.
So you got any stories like that?
Well, I've never been married. I got a weird story. It's not about being married.
No leaked video footage.
No leaked video footage of the Sweeneys. I just was too poor. I was just too poor to have cameras. That's all. I'm sure if I had cameras, I would have like embarrassed myself somehow. So okay, so there was this kid Carl, and I ended up being friends with him for. This is just along the lines of gross shit. So it was I was friends with him. I met him. I was like, oh yeah, we're cool, we're friends. And he was cool because he was just like just swears and like. Says fart. And I'm like 9 years old, 10 years old. So I'm like, yeah, this dude's cool.
Right.
He says boogers and farts and like so.
Smokes his parents' cigarettes off the curb.
So then like we're sitting there trying to gross each other out, right? And for some reason, I had to a loogie or whatever it was coming from my nose and mouth that was so big, it was like a flattened basketball on the concrete. It was just so bad, and then even he was so grossed out by it that he was like, dude, I don't want to be your friend no more. Like, it was that bad because I don't want to be your friend no more. Get out of here and all that shit. So come to find out years later, he had killed someone in a car and killed himself. It was a murder. I'm not using his name because people might know who he was.
Clearly.
But he killed someone and killed himself.
Wow.
So like I'm kind of like, well, maybe that was like God's way of telling me to stay away from this kid because bad news.
There you go. But
Yeah,
that's a wild way to go about it.
But dude, I think your story's a little better, all in all, on quality, on points. I think, honestly.
I mean, I just couldn't believe that came back to haunt me. So, I mean, coming back full circle, that's probably why I shouldn't make this movie. Unless I can make money off of it.
Yeah.
And my wife and I can use the extra cash.
Yeah, right. Well, the tough part,
And
man,
we're really good at it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right. So then that's, I mean, it's not like you have to have much of a plot. It's not like you have to worry about portraying her wrong.
Right.
Because, like, if you're writing a story movie like that, you always got to worry about how you portray the people. Even when you're trying to do a good job, you might be doing a bad job.
The funny thing is I have a hard time talking dirty, right? She'll start saying something, you know, some dirty shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll be like, I appreciate everything you do.
You get all
Your cooking
mushy
is-
deep.
Yeah, you're cooking. I love you cooking. I appreciate you scrubbing my toilets, and I appreciate it. So yeah, I gotta work on that. That's one thing I
Dude,
need
yo,
to-
you could probably just say nothing and it'd be an improvement.
probably, but you know, that's what it is.
That's
You know,
crazy.
that's what I think.
That's
of her,
funny.
you know?
No, you know what, dude? Honestly, it's sweet that you would say that stuff. It's just like I said. I mean, it's funny though. It is funny, but it's kind of sweet. You know, you appreciate everything she does for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, she's been saying I've been way too mushy lately.
Yeah.
So I just been doing it more. But I mean, I thought that's, you know what it is? Because when she met me, I got this tough guy gangster persona. You know, that's probably what she fell in love with, and now I'm just this sweet guy. I got rid of all my guns.
Oh yeah, that's really for the best of, like, you know. All
Oh yeah, I would have shot somebody.
Usually you
myself,
would. I mean, honestly, just the you that I know of, you would be more likely to, like, just forget that you had it in the car, and a cop will pull you over and be like, "Yo, you got a gun in the car."
No, honestly, if I had some guns, I probably would have shot myself in depression times, I would have just killed somebody because, I was mad or something. So yeah,
Right, yeah, right. That's
so I'm way better off not having those kind of weapons.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't have any stuff like that. Like, I got a Winchester knife, like a good, solid, like, if anybody comes in the door, I think I can pretty much do damage with it knife.
I got a nice katana collection, though. I will slice your neck if you trespass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be Leonardo from friggin' the Ninja Turtle style.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, you're gonna get killed like a ninja. Throw some ninja. I got some ninja stars. I'll just throw ninja stars.
Nice. I realize, though, man, if somebody just straight up broke in, I wouldn't have time to grab a knife. I mean, I would love to think that I could. It's really for more like if they start grappling with me and I happen to be near it, then I know it's there.
When I lived in the hood back in the day, I was home alone, and somebody came through the basement and was walking up the stairs, and I freaked out and I grabbed a bat, and I had a bat, but when the doorknob turned, like they were coming in and coming up the basement stairs led into the kitchen.
Yeah.
I threw the bat at the door.
Weird.
And I heard them run down the stairs. But
effective then, you know.
effective, but at that time I'm immediately thinking I just threw my weapon.
Yeah, right.
But I was just scared.
You're lucky it was effective, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I heard them trample down the stairs, and they must have just went out the way they came in and
scared them
that was
off.
it. But I left the house. I wasn't gonna stick around. I went to my friend's house till my parents came home. That's a scary situation.
Yeah, dude. I remember one time, and this isn't even, I don't know if this is a bad neighborhood or not. All right, so like two blocks, away from the Price Chopper on Madison.
There's no such thing as a bad neighborhood. There's rough neighborhoods.
Rough neighborhoods, yeah.
It can get a little.
All right. So where the I hate to call it that, but they always call it the Ghetto Chopper.
Nah, I love that. Embrace it.
Embrace it. All right. Well, the Ghetto Chopper, like 2 blocks behind the Ghetto Chopper, that's where I spent a lot of time when I was a kid with my cousins and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, that's
It's
Myrtle.
Yeah. that area. We kind of go when I go down that and cut around. It was in that general neighborhood.
No, you're getting into the close to the south end there. It's that's where I grew up. It's a little rough over there. It was crazy. My bass player lived right down there, right where you're talking about, on the Lower Myrtle, and I was telling him, I'm like, you know, oh wow,
Rip Juice, R.I.P. Juice.
Like Juice World, maybe?
Maybe, yeah, that's probably what it is, R.I.P. Juice.
But yeah, my bass player lived down there, and I said to him, man, you know, I know this neighborhood's a little rocky, but you had no problems. And we're sitting there both saying, yeah, you know, everything's been cool around here. Literally, while we're having this conversation, a dude gets stabbed to death outside.
Oh, wow.
Like, what are the odds? That's the weird thing, man. It's like you put stuff out into the universe, and then
it comes back to you.
It comes back.
There's sometimes I just don't know what to say because I know I'm like, all right, as soon as I say something, it's gonna come back to me.
Yes. So, $100, $500.
Yeah, right.
I'm just putting stuff out into the universe, you know.
A new computer.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Bigger, better, faster.
That
stronger.
interview with Robert De Niro.
Right.
All right.
Exactly. Yes. Well, cool. I think we did it.
We got it.
This is Space Truckin'.
Space
Twinsies
Truckin'.
all day long. Representing RadioRadioX.com.
Listen and look for the QR codes because now we have QR codes.
Oh, we do?
Awesome. Yeah, we do.
The more you know.
I'll look you up.
Gangster.